Good morning, welcome back to the channel. Thank you for joining me. Back in October 2021, I ordered my Nikon Z9, and at the same time I ordered the Nikon Z 100 to 400 f4.5 to 5.6 zoom lens. The Z9 arrived in April of 2022, and it was just a couple of months later that the zoom lens arrived. Ironically, almost exactly the same day as Nikon announced the Z100 4.5 prime lens. My initial reaction was, should I have waited? And certainly since then, I have seen numerous reviews here on YouTube that talk about that little extra sharpness that the prime lens gives, and also the creamier bokeh it gives when shot wide open, and there's no disputing that fact. And originally I thought, did I make the wrong choice? Should I have waited? Should I now actually get the 400 prime instead of the 100? Because I honestly cannot justify having both lenses. But in truth, actually, the answer is no. I'm very pleased I have the zoom lens. First of all, because this lens with the zoom capability gives much more flexibility than obviously the prime. Now, I shoot air shows as well as wildlife and as well as other general subjects, and in air shows where you see aircraft coming towards you, and sometimes you're photographing complete display teams such as the Red Arrows, for example, and as they spread out, then you get the need to be able to zoom out to keep the whole display in frame, which you can't do with the prime lens. And the same thing applies in many instances with wildlife. I went to Africa last year on safari in the Kruger Game Reserve, and this was my go-to lens that I had on at the time, the Z7 II that I took with me. And I often found that I had to zoom back in order to get the whole subject in, particularly, for example, a herd of elephant. Anyway, that's the obvious benefit that this lens offers. The one that people don't talk about or think about is the benefit that this lens also offers in its ability to focus at very, very short ranges or close ranges. It can focus as close as just over 1 meter, which is way better than the prime lens can do. And in conjunction with the 1.4 teleconverter this gives an extraordinary capability as a pseudo macro lens. And so what I'd like to show you is some video footage I've shot using this combination, and also some still images to show how effective I believe this lens is in the role as a, well, really, as I say, a pseudo macro. So I hope you like what I'm going to show you. Thank you very much for watching. So to sum up, I hope that you'll agree from the examples I've shown here that not only is the Z100-400 an excellent all-round zoom lens, it really does make an excellent close-up or pseudo macro lens.